Are Northern Virginia home prices finally stabilizing in 2026, or are they still climbing? And more important, what does that mean if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, or maybe doing both this year? Because for a lot of people right now, the hesitation isn't about desire, it's about fear. And let's face it, we've had a year worth of fear here in our market. Fear of getting the timing wrong, fear of the economy, of the rates, fear of making a move and wishing that you had waited. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. My name is Tanya Blosser, and I'm with Realtor, and I work with buyers and sellers across Northern Virginia. And today I actually want to break down what is happening in our market and help you understand how to think about timing without panic, pressure, or guesswork. Here's the big picture. Northern Virginia home prices are not falling, and they're not surging either. What you're seeing instead is balance and stabilization, moderate, sustainable growth, and a market that's moving forward but is just a little bit more predictable. That matters whether you're buying or selling a home. For sellers, for instance, price stability means the equity you've built in your home is still holding. You're not chasing the market. Buyers are still showing up, but they're more thoughtful. Homes are taking a little bit longer to sell than they did during the frenzy years, which actually gives you room to plan instead of just react. And for buyers, especially move-up buyers, this kind of market can feel very confusing. Rates are higher than they were a few years ago. The headlines can make it feel very risky to move. But stabilization and balance can also mean less chaos, fewer emotional decisions, more opportunity to think strategically about how a purchase fits into your life long term. And that's the key shift happening right now. This market rewards planning. Northern Virginia isn't just one single market. We know that. It's made up of several different counties and neighborhoods, whether it's Arlington, Alexandria, Fairfax, and Prince William have all behaved and will behave a little differently. Some areas continue to reward location and limited supply. Others are driven by affordability and value. That nuance is why blanket advice will never work, and why having context matters so much. And that applies to both sides of moving, both buying and for selling. So again, if you're selling, clarity means knowing what actually matters when you market your home. What is your neighborhood doing? You don't need perfection. You don't need alignment. Buyers today respond to homes that are very well cared for, thoughtfully presented, and realistically priced. When those pieces all come together, the process feels calmer for everyone involved. And if you're thinking about buying a home, clarity means understanding how rates, pricing, and timing intersect with your goals. It's not about the perfect moment. It's about choosing a moment that works for your life, your budget, and your long-term plans. And finally, giving yourself permission to move at a pace that makes sense for you, your family, and your goals. Selling and buying doesn't need to feel like a sprint. In a more stable market like the one that we're in, this becomes a series of manageable steps. Just one decision at a time, 1 week at a time, no panic required. Whether you're thinking about selling, buying, or maybe both, the smartest next step is simply understanding what today's market means for you. And that requires a little bit of information, having a conversation with a trusted advisor, and making the best decision for you and your family.